Hey everybody, how y'all doing? I know we didn't do a live show last weekend. What was last weekend? Oh, Father's Day. I don't know what was going on. Did I go? I don't. That was a week ago. I can't remember what I did then. But we're here now. So how y'all doing? And I'm running late, but the weather kind of slowed us down coming out here. I only drive about 25, 30 mile per hour. The rain was coming down and coming down hard. So yeah. Hopefully this is working. So silence this phone. I don't know if anybody's here or not. Don't show don't show anybody. So I'll send out a couple of text messages to ones that usually. Oh, there is a couple people here. Not sure who, but hello. Yeah, we're getting some pretty good storms right now. Come through town and water standing on the streets and the streets are underwater. The highway going through town. I thought it was going to be a little splash, but no, it's pretty deep there. So yeah. Ah, hell no on that snow. Okay, Dan, I see you're here. Heck no. No snow. Rain at least comes. It might flood you, but it'll go away. Snow comes and stays for months and months and months. So, hope you're feeling there better, Randy. I seen your post this morning. Wow, I was the only one having trouble getting medications. So, yeah, and then we ate supper with Mama Bear tonight too. I actually cooked. I cooked for her. Yeah, 65 there. Well, we are 72 right now. The weather. I've got a weather notice. Yeah. Oh wow, it's almost past us. Yeah, it's a couple miles away from us now. We're just on the edge of it. Come on, camera, focus. 98. Heesh. You can keep it. So yep. As you guys see, I'm back on the 383. And last night, Buddy and I sat out here, and in about a half hour, we had all the rods clearanced. Excuse me. Yeah, the AC's, well, I think Mama Bear still got it on at home. I don't know. Let's see. Try and center myself here a little. Whoa. There we go. Yeah, it's. I depend on how things go tomorrow because a couple of things got goofed up over the weekend. So see how things go tomorrow. Taking that transfer case out of that 2008 pickup the other day. Felt okay Friday. Whew. Paid for it yesterday and today. But we got it out. And that's weird being a completely manual Jeepers. It's got a complete manual transfer case in that. There's no encoder motor or nothing, of course. She knows I'm doing it. Never fails. Yeah. I have no idea. I don't know. Right. I don't know. So, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, you got to tear the whole thing apart. Yeah. So, I'm doing my live show right now. So, I guess we'll have to compare model numbers and see if we can find parts and see if they're the same. Yeah. So, alrighty. Told her an hour ago I'm doing a live show, but yet calls me about her dryer being broke. Oh, yeah, Mama Bear had a heck of a day at work today. Heck of to the point where she's ready to tell them that she's done. She's giving them their 2 weeks notice, but I think she's calming down. So yeah, Squirrel's freaking out because then she's thinking, yeah. Lots of good stuff going on there. So, and anyway. No, yeah. Depending on how things go tomorrow, we might take the 383 apart, wash the crank, rewash the block, and then we can put everything in to let it stay and get that thing back together and finish this time. We've got a couple of intakes now that I can try on it and get her done. That's all we can do. Hey, Ken, how you doing? Yeah, we were kind of having a stormy evening. One reason I was trying to get out here by 6:30 at least, but the rain was coming down hard enough. It slowed me down, but we got here. Our roads are real soft again, but that's part of the rain. And I tell you, I sure don't remember weather like this when being a kid. So, yep. Otherwise, yeah, I'm trying to get things going again, and got the Cadillac here. Every time I go to try to pull the motor out, it rains. Might end up dragging that onto the trailer and taking it to another building. But yeah. So yeah, I've just been unfortunately doing a lot of sitting and not getting much done. And with days I do get something done, it kind of backfires on me. But I've been blaming it on the weather. So hopefully after this rain gets out of its system, my back and legs and everything get I don't know, Randy. I'm just kind of feeling I feel like I'm fading off into the sunset with this YouTube stuff. I don't know. A lot of people. It's a whole different rant. I'm not going to go on to because it just goes along with the way this world's going. People read something, but they don't understand what you said. It was a while back when I thought I was going to have to shut down for a while. Some people contacted me and hey, Alan, contacted me and said, "Oh, sorry to see you go off of YouTube." I'm like, I didn't. Oh, so yeah, a lot of people misunderstood that, or they didn't watch the video to find out what's going on. So, hey, Greg. So, like they say, don't ever assume because it makes a on you and me. So, so yeah, I don't know. Yeah, not like the bigger channels that can just buy this, buy that, and be done. I'm scratching, clawing, and digging my way through. Okay, Camper Mike, that's fine. Hopefully, yeah, you don't need the rain right now because you're off on your vacation again. So yeah. Oh, anyway, yeah. So if everything goes right, tomorrow we'll be get the 383 all washed up and cleaned up and that. Yeah, I'm trying to get that going too. Just I don't know if it don't get better. Mama Bear said she got off work yesterday, right here on her hand. She said something about something hurt, and she brushed that way, and it really hurts. And now her skin looks like right now it looks like just something. Mama Bear punched somebody severely and bruised her hand. She said, "I haven't hit nothing." That's the area right here on her hand's turning purple. So if that ain't better, we're going to have to get her done. Yeah, cat hair and everything else got in there. And it's kind of my fault. I got mad at it when it hit the camshaft, and I didn't bag it up like I should have, but that's okay. Put it in the Camaro. Yeah, that would be a fun place. That would be fun in there. So, yeah. Yeah, so I told her, I said, well, right here on me a week ago, well, after I was at the outpatients that Thursday, I had a strange bruise. Like I wondered if they punched me while I was out, but yeah. Yeah, then another buddy of mine talking about one of his buddies having a sore on his foot. He was down in Florida, and he woke up, and it literally burst in the bed, and it had infection and chunks of his bone, and they had to take his below his knee off on his leg while he was in Florida. Now they got home, and now I guess his right foot's doing it. And then another friend, which they're friends of each other, but they don't do anything together or nothing. He's got the same dang thing. I'm like, boy, what do those guys get exposed to? You were in the hospital. What the heck's going on with you, Greg? What'd you lose now? Give him some aspirin, and this is what we get? Okay. So, yeah. There's a lot of... Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just strange on how a lot of things are issues, health issues, and everything's coming up. So, yeah, he must be allergic to bee. One guy said, "Bless you."
If I do it one more time, I'm going to die. Oh, shit.
Yeah, my back hadn't bothered me for a long time. I don't know. Like I said, keep blaming it on the weather. Been taking the turmeric. It's yeah, I know. Hey, Kurt, how you doing? Yeah, I've been kind of bored, I tell you. It's been boring. I know you guys have been bored because the videos ain't been coming, but we're getting projects strung out all over the place. Hey, James, how you doing? Oh, really? Yeah, YouTube is changing again. It's and you got Mr. 2009. I don't want to say his first name because I don't know. He's kind of getting there. But yeah. And it seems like the guys that have been popular channels kind of backed off. I mean, it's like everybody backed off on making videos. Yeah, I just last night's video, I was started uploading it, went and did ground on those rods and that. Yeah, and I did some work, and I come in here thinking that this would be done, and I had a blank screen. I'm like, what did my computer? I tried. It took me about a half hour before YouTube would let me upload my video last night. Yeah, I might have to look in the Twitch. It just seems like there's beginning to be a lot of censorship and everything on YouTube, and And it's censorship if you're trying to do the good. If you're doing bad, they kind of leave you alone. Yeah, I made a hamburger hash today. Cream mushroom soup, some vegetables, potatoes, and hamburger. Mama Bear ate 2 bowls of it. It must have been good. So, yeah. So that's the reason I was late tonight, because told her I was making supper tonight. So, slow cooker helps. We haven't ate anything off. Yeah, I take that back. We have ate stuff off the grill with the kids, but so yeah. Then Friday night too, we went to the races, and I'm sorry, I thought, according to my phone, the live stream was crystal clear, but as I watched the playback, it wasn't. Sorry about that, but sound was great. But there was guys saying that they put brand new tires on for the races Friday night, and guy went home with drag slicks on his car. It just took brand new set of tires, took everything off the tread except for the inner 2 rows of tread. Everything was gone. So, and I don't know if anybody else has watched it, but Thursday night he won his first race at a track. When we raced there, we could get in the top 5, but could never win there. And here he got his first win at the track we couldn't win at. So I was real happy for him that night. Oh, so yeah, he's yeah, it helped in turning over $6,000 because there was nothing. It wouldn't grab. The tires were smoked. And then, like I said, and there was one race in between that, and from when they did their feature, they thought they knew where the track is, to the King of the Hill. The guys that were up front in the feature were the ones that spun out. The guy that finished 5th in the feature ended up winning the King of the Hill. So, well, Dan, if I get up the block, I'll call you. I mean, I had it all together once before, remember, up to the end. And so, yeah, I get it back to that point. Now I've got the intake off the 327 finally that I can run it with and get it broke in and see how it does. And I got another camshaft that it's going to be a hydraulic I might put in there. I'd rather be about next to a campfire right now, too. It just, all I know is I'd be sitting on a bucket with my back to the fire and let that heat get into my spine. There's nothing like wood heat. But we're slowly losing that right to have open burning or fires, or yeah. He wanted to start making hay the other day, and it started raining and got cold. So yeah, it just, I don't know. Waste oil burner. I've kind of wondered about that for out here, but yep, get that 383 going, and hopefully by then it'll be the 377. Get those 2 done and out of the way. Now I just got to find a good car to put them in. Camaro, yeah, I know the Camaro, but Camaro, before we put that much power to the Camaro, we better get the rust fixed in there and get that repaired. Really thought about taking that old piece of junk Camaro out here and put some front brakes on it and use it as a farm beater for a while until I'm ready to tear it apart. But I don't know, kind of got a snap car too. Oh, okay. Shoot, I hate when I do that. I hate when I do that. Some days I can't read and talk and at the same time. Anyway, yeah, I get the, I don't know. I just drew a complete blank. That tends to happen a few times. But, oh yeah, that old truck. Found a good old pair of Leatherman super tool pliers in there. I don't think they'd ever been used. Kind of handy. It's amazing what you can find in a used car when they get rid of them. Oh, the junkyard. You'd be really amazed what you could find in the junkyard. Tool sets, cash, extracurricular activity stuff. I mean, one even had an old state trooper car come in, and the guy's like, "Hey, I think there's something stuck up the wheel well. Here it is. We pulled out 2 boxes of Hollow Point 357 police issued shells that were still in the state trooper car. They got up over the wheel well. And the old boy that had the car, he's like, I want that stuff out of there. So, yeah, we've got it out. I mean, it's amazing what people will hide inside a car. And, you know, every time a car goes to the crusher, you think how many thousands of dollars just got shredded in that shredder. It's really crazy. Oh, God. Oh, well, I don't go to that doctor. Oh, yeah. One guy, too, when his hogs die, well, guess where he put them? Yeah. He usually hauled them in the winter. They didn't notice it until summer. Ooh. Oh, man. He said, well, I was going to get paid one way or another for those hogs. I'm like, well, that's kind of gross. So, yeah, he was on the high. Oh. Yeah, and you go to the junkyards, I mean, you can find suitcases full of clothes. Yeah. That's probably what led to that salvage yard having to be moved out of downtown. A missing woman since the late 70s. They just found her? Wow. Wow. And that seems to be another thing. A lot of missing people are all of a sudden turning up. Guess they didn't hide them very well. You know, you never hear much about the mafia anymore. Hey, guy, how you doing? So, yep. And you see all sorts of things at that junkyard. I seen one day I was standing at the window and Buddy was cutting on a car and he was cutting the gas tank straps. And I'm like, you need to really stop doing that. And all I heard is, oh, and I see the torch go flying one way and him go the other way. And all I heard is I told whoever I was on the phone with, I said, I'll call you back. I went out and he was just picking himself up off the ground. I'm like, what the heck happened? I looked over. That 20-gallon gas tank went from about a 20-gallon gas tank to about 105. One strap held, and that thing just stretched in. Yeah, it increased its capacity right quick there. Ooh, Mike. That's the only one reason I don't think I want to own a camper. Having a clean. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he got away from it in time. And it actually, there wasn't nothing in it to burn. It just kind of did like a jet propulsion out the fill. Well, where he screwed up and he didn't make sure it had a cap on it. And then they were overcutting on a pile of cars. And they were messing with the gas tank again, but they were smart this time. They took the garden hose over, wetted everything down, and even put some wet rags on the gas tank. And they were almost done, and the kid that was helping him goes, somebody got a side cutter? And they gave him a side cutter, and my buddy running the torch before he could say anything. The kid reached down and cut the gas lines while the car's upside down. And I was being a smart ass. I seen him doing that, and I just like, ha-woom, about the time trying to scare him. The time I went ha-woom, it went ha-woom. We had the stack of cars on fire. We had 2 fire departments out there. Oh, that was... Luckily, they were going into the crusher. But, yeah, they burned up part of the pile of cars. And back then, you used to have the scanner, and you heard the fire department coming. They're like, what in the hell did those boys set on fire at the junkyard this time? So, well, they got it out, and we went over and found the boss at his job and told him what happened. He just shook his head and said, you crazy SOBs. Needless to say, that kid didn't work for us much longer because he'd done a couple of other harebrained ideas, and yeah, I kind of miss working in the salvage yard. That was fun. Back in the day. Now you got to collect all antifreeze, windshield washer, battery, gas, oil, every brake fluid, which is, it's a good thing for the environment. But sure done a number on smaller yards around here. But then again, a lot of the yards that closed around here, they're older than me, so I could see why they closed. Yeah, as the bright as the light bulb in the burned out pack. Yep, everybody thought I was crazy for using that junkyard gas, but boy, that junkyard gas was the best thing back then. Yeah, right. They just got those car things that they just set them on, poke holes, and they get what they get and crush the rest. So otherwise, hopefully the weather's treating everybody else decent. I know there's been a lot of flooding and stuff. You can say that again, Mike. Just like that Camaro that I started, you know, that thing's had the 10% ethanol in it since I've had the car. Don't do too bad. The carburetor hasn't gummed up, and that little metering valve even on it still works. I just drives me crazy that car is that tore up, but it runs that good yet after all these years. And the AC is still charged. Those old AC systems didn't hold refrigerant for crap. And there this one is, it's still charged. Wouldn't be such a gas guzzler to figure out how to vent that AC into the shop. Oh. Yep. Yeah, Squirrel says putting that coil on her cars made it run better. She ain't complaining about gas going through it as bad, so that was a good move. And fresh, nice oil in it too. That probably helps. So yeah, I'm going to try and keep picking off these motors one by one, getting them done, and finding homes for them or whatever we're going to do. Yeah, the chair's a little creaky tonight. But yeah, see, the Goon Squads, they're finally tying up their loose ends on a bunch of their cars. Wonder what they'll move on to next. That's driving me nuts. Oh, that sucker is attached. No, it wasn't. Nope. Well, I'm trying to get Squirrel Talk to be that kind of woman. She didn't get down and get dirty. She forgot. Well, she had her good clothes on, which that's fine because I didn't want Mama Bear to hang me out to dry because she got her good clothes dirty. But she at least dumped the oil in. and then checked it. Then I had the since we had a fresh current oil change on it, I readjusted that dipstick so it would read right. Which after adjusting it, yeah, she barely had a quart of oil in it the last time we checked oil. Yeah, I've thought about that, Dan. I've really thought about that. I've really thought about that. But I don't know if I want to touch on this subject or not, but I guess I'm going to. If you guys don't like what I do or what I use, I mean, I got all brands back here. Be polite. Stop calling my stuff junk. I got some comments that I'm not even going to approve and let them out. Just it's in size. I thought, well, boy, I haven't done a video, and then I put up a video last night, and then kind of got some responses like that. I'm like, this is where I don't know. It goes with the whole situation in the world. People are jealous of what other people have. They either can't stand the fact that they got it, or they're using it just because they can't go and get it themselves. Well, I've been doing this for a lot of years, and I'm not going to put out let the comments get out like that. All brands have their ups and downs. All brands don't sell everything the other one does. Some have some better, some have some worse. But sometimes a person's got to go with what they can afford. That may be Harbor Freight. Things are going good, you can get onto one of the name brand trucks. But just because somebody can do that, what are you worried about? It's not affecting your bills. It's not affecting your life. It's not affecting what you're living. It goes to hell and it all falls apart. It's falling back on me, not anybody else. So, and there was another mechanic. I just touched on that subject too. He said the same thing. And the nice thing is, since I've kind of gone on, yeah, they do. It's just, cheap tools a lot of them got lifetime warranties. And therefore, I was going between the two stores trying to warranty stuff, making 2 to 3 trips a week because the stuff was breaking. That's shop time away. That's drive time. And being where I'm at, that's a minimum of an hour killed. And then if you got to fight with them to get the stuff warranted, you're looking at about 2 hours killed where you could have been here working, but yet you're off trying to replace the tools that you need to finish the job because it just broke on you. I mean, come on, guys. Common sense goes a long way. I've had cheap tools. I've had cheap tools outlast name brand stuff. I mean, the philosophy comes back. It's all man-made. It can and will fail. I don't care what it is. Everything will fail. Our bodies fail. Our homes fail. Heck, our earth is failing. All the sinkholes opening up and flooding and that. So, yeah. If you break a real good, expensive name brand, either you really abused it really bad, or yeah. So, yeah. I'm just like, wow. So, yeah, that's the end of it. So, if you plan on leaving comments like that, they're not going to get approved. They're going to get deleted. So, it don't affect you. It don't affect anybody. And it's a deal between, and yet, yeah. So, I was going to stay away from that, but I didn't. But otherwise, yeah, we just. And I got, sitting out here the other night, had some kids show up, and they're coming back here next day or two. And one wants to change his inline six Jeep into a V8. That could be interesting. I told him I got the tubing notcher, pipe bender, wire welder, and plasma cutter. Well, Insane, you can't really have your full blown rage going on. And having that 24-foot cheater on it didn't help. It just. He's got the 4.0. That one was kind of a. Talk about putting a 4.7 in there. So, yeah, Insane. That's what I used to do. I used to use a lot of pipe. Being on the farm, there was way too much pipe, and if a bolt didn't work, oh yeah. Yeah, I've destroyed a lot of stuff. Sears Craftsman one time told me don't ever bring a toolbox full of tools back at once for warranty. They don't think that's funny. Yep. One year, I just took every time I took an old toolbox. Every time a Craftsman broke, I threw it in there. When the box got full and it took 2 of us to carry it, we took it up to the store. Yeah, they politely asked me, don't ever do that again. Bring them in before that. About $1,000 worth of tools walked out of there for free that day. Never broke a ratchet using it as a hammer. Yeah, well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, Craftsman did go downhill. Big time. Yeah, they did. They actually stood there and warranted it, and they said, "You got anything else to do?" I said, "No, I'll just hang around here in the store." And it took 2 or 3 clerks about 2.5, 3 hours to get everything. So I think there was only 1 or 2 pieces they didn't have in the store at that time. Yeah, Lowell sells them, and Ace Hardware's selling Craftsman now. And somebody kind of blew up about
Home Depot too.
Lowe's doing away with some of the Cobalt stuff and going to something else.
Yes.
I'm like, oh man, some of those Cobalt riches are nice. Yep. Don't want the lightning to hit you, huh, Mike? So yeah. And my dad's favorite one that he used to cuss is S&K. He never called it an S&K. That was slip and cuss. Oh man. But I seen him actually bend a couple of S&K ratchets. They didn't break, but he had them bent. And I was just using my dad was, oh man, you would have never one that got hit by my dad. He was one of the old boys. And they did everything by hand. And that guy carried 3 5-gallon buckets of feed and 3 5-gallon buckets of water to go feed the hogs at once. Just, yeah, you didn't want to get hit by him. Yeah. Yeah, there's. Oh, that's going to be sad. Cobalt's owned by an investment. Oh, I got 1 5/8 inch. I just love of Cobalt's. Oh, I know what you're talking about there, Insane. slipping on those stupid torque converter bolts, tightening them up, and you either took all the height off down to your knuckle on the flywheel, or punched the exhaust pipe. Yeah, been there, done that. What was in that aspirin you took?
Nothing. I'm feeling better now.
Okay.
Good. What's wrong?
Oh, yeah. The one when I was, God, I would have been about 19, 20. The old 68 Impala 2-door, going to pull the motor out for a guy. I had everything undone except for the exhaust. Couldn't even get on the nuts to break them off. So I reached under with the torch, cut the driver's side off, and it's cold. So I'm laying on my back, torching away. It's pretty much gone. I'm torching away, and the last stud, it comes off, goes between my glove and my coat sleeve, hit me on the arm right there, and I set up. Well, when you roll out from under the car, what's it do? It continues down the coat sleeve. It went down, and it played hopscotch down across my back, down to the butt crack, before falling out. Oh, my. I didn't know I could move that fast. Yeah. My dad's like, was that hot? Oh, yeah. Cherry red. Oh, man. High school, one kid wore a flannel shirt to school. Yeah. He's welding, and I walked up, I tapped him on the shoulder. I said, hey, you might want to put your shirt out. He's like, what? Puffs up his helmet, and flames go right up him. Oh, man. Yeah, yeah. It wouldn't have been so bad if it would just stopped there in my coat, but it right down into the armpit, then down about 3-4 times down across my back. Oh, that didn't. Ouch. How'd the garage fare? That had to hurt. Hey, insane. Maybe that's got a little to do with some of your medical issues. That old stuff's catching up to you like it is me. No. Oh, set the carpet on fire because they were brazen. Yeah, I've seen that happen. Oh yeah, Matt. Hey, Matt, how you doing? Well, is that the girl? Yeah. Did you end up with the girl after you showed her you could drive, or tried to remote drive a truck? Oh man. Yep. My dad was reaching for something one time. Took the cutting torch right from his watch to his elbow. He's holding on to a piece, and he reached across, not thinking to do something. Whoo! I come home from school, seeing that, I'm like, what the hell did you do? Torch. Yeah. Wish you guys could have met my dad. Did get the girl. Okay, well. She figured you can't kill yourself with the truck. She probably hold on to you for a while. Oh, man. You know, if my dad was alive today and I got the shop we got and he would be able to still do stuff, it could be real interesting around here. Yeah. The women don't find you handy. They'll find you broke because you've done something that you shouldn't have. Oops, that's too far. But, yeah, I guess, oh, that girl will kill you and never get married. Yeah, I've had springs go flying. Oh, the old 76. That brings back a memory too. My old blue 76 Chevy pickup I had, 4-wheel drive, had the motor out of it. I used to do the thing of just push the hood hinges down so they weren't standing up. Stayed there for a long time until this one day. I was talking to a kid and I was leaning on the fender and I moved my arms. And next thing I know, that hood hinge up, come right, hit me right here. I thought I was going down. I took about 10 steps backwards and shook my head. And the kid looked at me. He goes, "Holy crap! Remind me never to hit you in the jaw." That hood hinge came right up, hit me right there. I just shook it off, and I'm like, so I went over, grabbed the spring, took it off, and laid down. Got the truck off you, then ran it into the Camaro. Oh, you were having a heck of a day that day. Oh, yeah. The buddy here that's walking around, he's the one that I dropped the head on a wood floor. It bounced over the transmission onto his foot and then back over the transmission off his foot and landed next to me. Yeah, I was pretty sure I broke his foot, but evidently not. We were a lot younger back then. I think we were still pliable then. Oh, yeah, Red Green. Lodge member. Is that show even on anymore? I haven't. Other than finding old ones on YouTube, I think that show's over, ain't it? Yep. Grizz 270. It's a YouTube show now. Okay. I'll have to see if I can find some more. Yeah. We don't have that cable TV either. Oh, they're still making episodes? Oh, okay. Yeah, until somebody finds it offensive someday. Some of the stuff we do is crazy. I mean, I don't know about you guys. If you ever look back and look at the stuff that you've done and wonder how the heck we're still sitting here or sitting here breathing. Oh, that would have been cool. Has any of you guys seen Nick's Garage's Motor in the Pennzoil commercial? I think that's kind of cool when that commercial comes on. He dropped the truck on you? Oh, jeez. I guess that kind of rates up there to my dad dropping the tractor bucket on my head, putting a motor in a car one day. Yeah, we're putting a motor in the car. Dad, he kind of did it on purpose because I'd seen his grin on his face before he did it. But when that bucket come down and hit me in the top of the head, I come out from under that tractor. I about ripped him off the tractor. Oh, my God. Probably don't help why I got back problems, too. Second time he did it, he said sorry right away. So I think the first one was like, I'm getting smart mouth with me. I'll fix you. Oh, that's what I was talking about earlier. That 2008. I like how they redesigned that. I mean, that transfer case, once we got it unbolted and broke loose, that come right down out of that truck, no problem. Not like doing my 2002. You got to come down, twist the transfer case, then out. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Nick's got a lot of good shows and a lot of. He's building that Kowalski car, and yeah, that's where I was hoping I would be in life at this time. But yes, lots of flags, lots and lots of flags. I wouldn't have any place to hang anything like that around here. Oh man. Then I see old Cletus McFarland did take that Denver Drags or whatever. He got the stick shift class. Ran an 8.5 something. Then the Do It DIY gang, he's really coming along on that Burnt Hill cat. That's actually looking pretty good. Ah, that's a good night then. You sit there and listen to the birds and just kick back and be. I seen the kayak video. I haven't watched. I seen the thing for it, but I haven't watched that one yet. Then their cardboard roof they made to finish out the trip. Yeah. Then I see it. Did you guys see It's a Six crazy video where they trashed the girlfriend's car and had the cop even in on that? 8.3, okay. Yeah, that's kind of crazy to what some of these channels are doing, but hey. Closest thing I'd do is get my hands on some Tannerite and an old car and blast her to the moon. Yeah. Okay, see you later, Insane. You take care. You're off the Gab of Peyton now. How's that working? I ran out of insulin again today because I gotta go pick up some more. Hi, Irvin. How you doing? Hopefully the stream's playing good, even with all the weather we had around here. See if we got another bank coming at us. I'm alive and kicking. And I see Arizona's burning up too. They had it at about 48% contained, and the winds came up. Now they've lost control. It's back down to 19%. So. Oh, you're down there in Indianapolis. Okay. Darn it, Irvin. I wish I'd known that when we were down there. Yeah, it's probably, hopefully it's your end. Nobody else is saying anything, but yeah, I tell you, sometimes this medication, I think they use all as guinea pigs to figure out for the rich people on what we can do to them and how much. I've said that for years. Al Irvin, that was, oh, good. That's getting to be longer to go than I thought. About 5 years ago. It don't seem like that. It can't. Let's have, we're our second year of the caddy. 3. Yeah, about 3 to 5 years ago, we were down there. Got a buddy down there that does DJing. He's in a wheelchair. Can't remember what bar Indianapolis he's in, but yep. I gotta get my water. Okay. Hey, Rodney. What? What the heck? Okay, there. 39,710. What do you want to know about it? It can be a 2 or 4 bolt main. It can go either way. That model, that number. The numbers up by the water pump are the ones that will really tell you what it is and where it's from and what it was. Oh. Yeah, that 39,710 blocks were a good one to have. Yeah, it's a good one. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Ouch. I can't say much. My brake rotor, I'm gonna pick up not too long ago. Looked like that one there. Oh man. Yeah, right. If the cam center's good on it and ain't off the one side, well, even if it's off the one side, it'll still be a good block. Do you know if it's still a standard bore or has it been bored? I don't know why that keeps moving. Oh, there, stay. Yeah, that'll make you a good motor. That's what most of those that are out on the track right now that I've got out there. Oh, I hate when people do that. I hate when people do that. What kind of motor are you going to build out of that, Rod? Or are you just thinking about making a 350? Oh, I see Matt Madness is still having a little bit of trouble with his shop. Oh, that poor guy. Be about my luck, too. I get something new built. It'll probably leak water. It happened with this building. Put it on and got it all done. Got it done inside, and I come in one day and there's water on the floor. I'm like, what the heck? Yeah, brand new building. I got water on the floor. Come to find out, the guys that put my vents in the roof put them on wrong. They would never fess up for what they did. They just crawled up there and looked, and they're like, "Ah, geez." Asked for a pry bar and hammer, and they fixed it. AAR. Standard bore. Okay. That's a good starting point on that. Oh, okay. I know. I seen that a couple of YouTubers got notices from their city about their cars sitting around. I mean, they're on private property, away from the road, and yeah. Seems we're getting to be told more and more what we can do with our land than what we can't. Can't. I said that wrong. Never mind. I didn't come out like I meant it. What type of pistons you planning on putting in? A flat tops or just stock bevel dish pistons? You're going to go set of flat tops. If you could find a set of 487s, that'd make a nice street running in an illegal structure. Oh, that. Hi, hey Paul, how you doing? I'm glad you guys got your racing in. We got a heavy rainstorm. That's why the live stream was late getting started tonight. I had to slow down and drive about 20 in the rain, and hope the guy behind you didn't want to run you over. Ah, yeah. That seems to be the end thing there too, Greg. There's a lot of that's a whole nother subject we could get into. That's too deep for me. That's just pretty soon there will be a lot of talented people be able to do stuff, but they ain't gonna be able to do it because they can't have the stuff around to do it. So there's going to be a lot of people sitting around not doing anything. Yep. Yeah, I see. I get a lot of dislikes before I get likes anymore. It's yeah. Oh well. God gave me the grace to wake up. God keeping the air going in me, and I'm going to keep on waking up and doing what I can. That's all the person can do. It's just crazy on how things are going. You know, I know a lot of people that hurt hurt less than I do, and they sit around, don't do nothing, just collect their monthly check. I can't handle sitting around. I tell you, when I went to outpatient that day and my legs quit working, I really thought, oh, I done it now. That's true. That still counts as a like. It still gets paid, so yeah. What's your problem? All I know is when I quit playing the Farm Town games and all that, and had people that I was helping, like, what are you doing? I'm like, There's more to life than this dang computer and being sitting there playing video games. I'll go stick your hand in the sandbar. Yeah, 20, yeah. I started down that path and I seen where it was going and I knew it wasn't going to be good. Like I've thought about tearing into that gray truck, but I don't want to start on that. Thought about starting to clean up the frame for the gray truck and getting that all cleaned and piece. I don't know. Right? You never know what day you're going to wake up and you're going to be dealing with something on, oh, we're taking this because of this. Yeah. Well, that's good. And unfortunately, it had to be that way. No. And, that's why I kind of look at